Welcome everyone. This video lecture is for week 9. Here is the schedule for week 9. This is directly from the course on iLearn. So on November 17th, Saturday at midnight, we're reading chapter 10 this week, which is the last chapter of early childhood. So we'll be studying the psychosocial elements of early childhood, so ages 3 through 6 again. What's due? 2 assignments this week, a little bit lighter week compared to last week. Your Dear Abby letters and the reflective journal, as well as the reading check for chapter 10. Let me go into, excuse me, into iLearn and pull up week 9, but chapter 10. So here's the reflective journal assignment. When I went through the videos and everything, it did work for me. That can always change last minute, so please let me know. The questions are fairly straightforward. As far as number 2, for parenting styles, you'll need to actually read about those styles and then apply it to, in this situation, to Lehi and the prophets. But you can also apply it to other prophets in the scriptures or in the latter days. Okay, so that should be fairly straightforward. I do want to point out this pivotal study. So as far as what you take from this course, one of the studies that you are learning about this week is one that we see in society as well. It's called the marshmallow test. And there's actually, if you're interested in it, there's a whole, I've read one book on it, but I'm sure there's plenty of others. But there's a ton of more research into the study, but it's about delayed gratification. And what this study, and you'll read about it and see it, President Uchtdorf in this Continuing Patience talk speaks about this study. But essentially, if I had my 5-year-old here and I put a marshmallow in front of her and said, you can eat the marshmallow right away, or if you wait, you can have 2 marshmallows, or pick any treat that she wanted. If you wait 15 minutes, or if you wait an undisclosed amount of time, I think in the actual study. But you have to sit at this table with no toys, no distractions, nothing else. And it's up to you. So there's no negative or positive reinforcement. It's eat it or not. The positive reinforcement is just that you get more if you wait. But there's no punishment. There's no if you get down from your chair, the marshmallow will be taken from you, anything like that. But it's a pivotal study in that it was a long-term study. And so they followed these preschoolers of those who could wait. So ideally the ones that could have delayed gratification versus the one that had instant gratification. And they followed those 2 groups and saw the trends later in life and how that gratification element, the patience that President Uchtdorf speaks about, makes a huge difference in the long term. Now, I don't want to scare you, and if you're concerned that maybe your child wouldn't pass this study or this test, not every child that instantly ate the marshmallow ended up poorly as an adult. There's often exceptions, but it was just a trend that we saw. But it has to be, there's also a cognitive ability here. So for example, I have an almost 3-year-old son and then my 5-year-old daughter. And right now, if I had to guess it, I think my son would just eat the marshmallow, where my daughter, I think, would wait. But they're also 2 years apart. And so you do need to wait till that good age group to test it. But it's a pivotal study. It's one that you'll hear about in the news or hear about applied to other areas in life. So really study it and understand it. And then there is this talk right here about President Faust, the value of self-esteem, and you're using that in one of the reflective journal assignments or questions. Then the Dear Abby letters, there's 3 to choose from this week, and you can pick 2, like always, right there, and then the reading check. I do want to just go over real quick the final exam. It is during week 14, but it is open. So the final exam is 100 questions. It's multiple choice. It's open book with no time limit. However, it cannot be repeated. So when you start it, you need to either save it or submit it. Those are your two options. So if you're not done yet, save it. If you are, then submit it. It's due, let me pull up the schedule one more time for the date exactly. It's due Friday, December 21st at midnight. It's the only thing due that week, so you'll finish up the coursework the week before that. But as I said, you can start it now or at least open it and get a feel for it. So it's 100 questions. There's 20 questions from each unit, which the unit is like early childhood, middle childhood, adolescence, the theoretical foundation unit that we did. So 20 questions from like each age group or each area that we covered in this course. But like I said, there's no repeats, so I can't let you back in it if you're not happy with your first grade. So if you have any questions about this, let me know as we approach the upcoming weeks. The other thing that I want to bring to your attention, just for planning purposes, is next week with Thanksgiving, we will still keep this Saturday deadline of November 24th for these two chapters. Now it's quite a bit due because we're pushing some things together to finish out on time. So you're going to be reading chapters 11 and 12 and also doing a collaborative quest, 2 discussion board posts, and an observations and development assignment. So that's a lot. So if you want to celebrate Thanksgiving, I suggest that you work maybe ahead a little bit this week or manage your time next week well, that you can go and enjoy the holiday with your family or friends or wherever you're going. Otherwise, that's all I have for the course so far. I am working on grading the presentations for the collaborative quest, so you may see your grade updated as I slowly watch those and work through those. And otherwise, if there's any concerns about a grade, please email me or contact me sooner rather than later so that I can work on those. And some of you have caught it already if you've emailed me and I thought I saved the grade and it didn't, or for whatever reason, you've emailed me again as a reminder, which is great. So if there's problems, just let me know. Good luck, everyone.